Welcome and thank you for viewing this Pangea e-learning video on the Pangea Hub. My name is Chris Nicholson, or affectionately, at least I hope, Chris in the North, as I am the token Scottish contingent of our illustrious operations department. I am hoping to keep this video to the 10-minute approximate mark for you. I will begin with a quick introduction into the logic behind why we at Pangea have created this video, how to sign up to the Hub if you have not done so already. I will quickly go over the knowledge base. I will even point out a couple of my favourites. How you will view, raise and update your support tickets after you sign up. Advice on what we at Pangea Ops love to see in your tickets, in turn helping us to help you. And I will finally provide my email address, so if you have any further questions, you can wing them my way. So without further ado, why now? Pangea are currently moving to a new Helpdesk platform to improve the service we provide to our partners, and believe having knowledge of what the Hub can do for you, this will help. This is a dedication that will be forever ongoing, as by being channel only without you, our partners, we certainly wouldn't be where we are today without you. So this is a strategic move to improve SLAs, the reporting we can provide, and the overall customer experience as a whole. So the overview of the Pangea Hub, let's start there. So what is the Pangea Hub, if you've not experienced it before? Well, the Pangea website does actually have a great overview, this URL here. I am sure we will be able to include that somewhere in the video. Essentially with the Hub, what you can do is you can raise support tickets, you can read, you can learn from it. And essentially it helps you support your end user. Honourable mention here goes to our coverage checker, for example, which can help you establish and fix coverage issues on your own by advising which networks are better in your customer's area. The tagline, the Hub is chock full of tools and content built to empower our partners. That comes straight from the mouth of our Ops Director, Chris Ramika, and in all honesty, I couldn't agree more. Okay, so let's have a look at the Hub itself. So how to sign up to the Hub. This part is kind of important, as you would imagine. So you will see three options. You've got new user, forgot password, and are you an agent? If you don't work for Pangea, you are not an agent. So you would click on here at new user and then sign up hyperlink, and you would just do your stuff. So I'm not going to go over that, just pick the email address, give it whatever name you want, the email address you wish to use. We do have a CAPTCHA as well, so if you're a robot, you are out of luck, I'm afraid. If you've never used a CAPTCHA, not really sure what I think about that, to be honest, but essentially just copy exactly what you see in the screen. If you do pass it first time, you're doing better than I do on most CAPTCHAs. Once you have signed up, log in. So we'll do that, or I will do that with my details that I have already done before. And you will land on this page here. So as I said, let's start with the knowledge base. You've got home, support tickets, knowledge base up here, and your initials to show you're signed in. So we'll go to knowledge base. Here you will find many articles, guides, tools, files, and the resources. I think a couple of them mean the same thing, but you get the idea. Let's look at a couple quickly. So if you want to search for something specifically, you can use this search bar here. Let's put in APN. APN configuration details, we click on there. As many of you will know, nearly all of our SIMs require an APN configured on a device our SIMs are going into to work properly. Here is where you will find that list. It's important to know this is not an exhaustive list, however, as some of our SIMs have dedicated private APNs, and due to the flexibility we can offer, in part by hosting our own network, we sometimes provide bespoke solutions. So if you're ever in doubt, contact your account manager or as at Ops, but this list is an excellent starting place and just one of the things that the knowledge base holds for you. The second thing I would like to show you is the coverage checker. So we'll click back on here because I know that's on the front page. Yep. So the coverage checker is here. Click on this. So you can see it's color coordinated. Down here we have the networks E, O2, Vodafone, 3. And then you can choose the technologies you wish. If you're looking for a specific area, let's put in postcode, click on the search, and it'll zoom you right into that area. You can zoom out a little bit if you wish. Let's just say, for an example, you're thinking of incorporating 5G into your portfolio. You've got a customer who's interested. You want to check if you've got 5G in their area. Put in their postcode. Untick everything but 5G, so untick 3G, untick LTE or 4G, as it's also known. And then leave 5G, and you can see here if it's available. Pretty scattered here, as you can imagine, with it being a new technology, or a newer technology. So yeah, but that's one of the features that we have again on the knowledge base. I think this is an excellent feature to work in coordination with our multi-network SIMs, as sometimes you can see what networks are better for your end user in relation to where they are in the UK. So these are just a couple of the features the knowledge base holds. Please do take the time to look through this in more detail when you can. If you are looking for some information, please do consider this as a first port of call. Let's move on to viewing and raising and updating support tickets via the hub. So you've got to support tickets here. Click on here. And then we've got status open, closed, on hold. So if you get into closed, you can see that we've had a few resolved already. It's just good to know that if you do raise anything, they don't disappear after they're resolved. You can go back and you can check what was discussed. Make sure that everything is exactly as you thought was discussed. And just if you need to refer at any point, it's just interesting to know that it's there. Let's look at this open ticket here. So this open ticket here, I would say pretty much has the minimum we would like to see on a ticket. Or if I got this ticket in, I would be pretty happy with this because it gives me a good starting place. So we've got the full SIM number in question. ICC ID or SIM number is the easiest for us to use to find the SIM in question. So it's just helpful and it allows us to help you quickly. The make and model of the device the SIM is in. We've asked for a screenshot of the APN configuration here. I've just said I've added as an attachment. Device location and single strength, not sure. The postcode this device is at, ML20BL. Can you check this? Now you know how to check that yourself if you wanted to, but that's great. We could check that also. And then if none of the above works, can you test the SIM on our device to rule out the device issue? And I've just put in, I'm waiting on my colleague coming back who has an unlocked phone to try this SIM in. But again, you could put down, yep, been tried on another device, still not working. That would lead me to believe that there is actually something wrong, maybe at our end, that we would need to look further into. We would certainly need to troubleshoot further. Let's add a ticket or create a new ticket. So you'll put in your subject. Again, as discussed, SIM number, ICCD. Somewhere in the subject is always helpful. Just lets us know exactly what we're looking at. And then for the description, I'm just going to copy and paste that for ease and for time. But essentially, like I said earlier, as much information as possible. And you can attach a file. Please do take a note of the 20 megabit size limit. And it doesn't have to be APNs. It could be a screenshot of the fault or the error that the end user is getting. That's also perfect. That's also really appreciated and something to work with. So then we hit submit. And the ticket is now created. That will wing its way to us, and one of the guys in Ops will pick that up. Guys or girls, should I say, in Ops will pick that up, and you will be updated every step of the way of what we're trying. So, finally, advice for raising tickets. I would say this just comes down to first line troubleshooting. If you guys, as our partners, can do as much first line troubleshooting as possible before it gets to us, it's always greatly appreciated. So in the first instance, let's reboot the device. This will initiate a new data session, and then we can proceed to do further testing after that if required. Let's check antennas and cables. Let's make sure no cables have come out. Let's make sure antennas are in properly and nothing's damaged. Position the device to a nearest open area next to a window is always good. Check coverage if the device has that ability as well. Keep away from certain other devices, microwaves, etc. That's always handy. The biggest issue we do have is APN settings, if I'm being honest with you, I would say. So please do get your end user to double check their APN settings. As I said, nearly all of our SIMs require an APN. It is important to know here that, or something that is important that sometimes gets missed, I think, is if you don't put an APN, some of the SIMs will revert to a standard APN. So it does look like the SIM is connecting, but you will only ever get 3G connectivity if you're not using our private APN that we provide. So therefore, you're not getting the standard that you would expect and the throughput that you would expect. And then finally, replace, test in another device. If you're able to test this SIM in another device, please do. As I said, phones seem to be the easiest to configure. An unlocked phone seems to be the easiest to configure. And that way, if the SIM does work, then at least we know that we can rule out looking at the SIM, and we're more than happy to help then start looking at the device. Maybe not so much on the LAN, but definitely with the device, or try and point you in the right direction as much as possible. So I think that's everything for this quick video on the Pangea Hub. Any questions, please wing them my way, as I said, to chris.nicholson@pangea-group.net or the company dedicated account manager. We at Pangea are dedicated to you always. Thank you for your business and your continued partnership. I hope this has been helpful and your feedback will be greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching.